welcome to the video. Today I want to talk about eating more and losing weight. And I'm going to give you 3 ways which you might be fooled into thinking you can eat more food and lose weight, or thinking that you have to eat more food to lose weight, which is usually incorrect. And then give you a way, or the only way, to eat more food and lose weight. So the first scenario I often get is, just say your friend comes to you and they say they're doing this new diet, it's a keto diet, and they're eating more food than ever and actually losing weight, and it's amazing, you have to try it as well. The only way they will be losing weight is through a calorie deficit. That is the only way to lose weight. Now they might think they are eating more food if by cutting out an entire food group, they are replacing the highly palatable, calorie dense foods that they may have been eating with more nutrient dense, low calorie foods like protein and veggies. So if they used to have a tiny little, just say, egg sandwich for breakfast, and now they are eating a whole plate of eggs and spinach and tomato and some avocado, they're gonna think they're eating more food, but they're actually not. They're just in a calorie deficit. So if they are losing weight, it's because of the calorie deficit. It's not because of any fancy diet protocol that they are doing. So the second situation that I often hear about when it comes to eating more and losing weight is when, just say your friend comes to you and they're like, you have to eat more food and more frequently in order to speed up your metabolism. Usually it's just you have to eat more frequently to speed up your metabolism, and that will help you lose weight. Now this is incorrect. Eating more food or eating more frequently will kind of speed up your metabolism a little bit. It's called the thermic effect of food. When you eat, or every time you eat, you use energy to digest and process that food. But it's not enough energy to balance out the fact that what you've just put into your body has way more energy than the little bit it takes to digest and process it. So no, you don't need to eat more frequently, and it doesn't actually speed up your metabolism enough to result in significant weight loss or any weight loss. What usually happens if you end up eating more frequently without controlling your calorie intake is you end up gaining weight because you're simply eating more food. So if you want to eat more frequently, that is fine. You can eat 6 meals a day and lose weight. You can eat two meals a day and lose weight. It doesn't really matter as long as you are in a calorie deficit. So if you do start to eat more frequently, you need to make sure you are monitoring your calorie intake and sticking to that deficit. And that is how you're going to lose weight. The third way that you might think that you need to eat more to lose weight is by comparing yourself to someone that has a totally different goal to you. So say, we've all got that friend that seems like they can eat whatever they want and they've got the lean, perfect body that we all want. And yeah, you might think that, okay, I just need to copy what she's eating and it's not fair, she gets to eat whatever. She's got a different goal. Her goal is to only maintain her body weight. Your goal is to lose weight. It's different. So yes, you're gonna need to eat differently. You might not be able to eat as much as her, but what you probably don't realize is in every situation in my life when I've known one of those people, and I used to be one of those girls as well, they're not actually eating that much food. If they're especially one of those girls that has that lean body and never exercises, doesn't move much, sits around all day and watches TV and just lives their best life, they're usually not eating that much. They might seem like they eat a lot when you see them and they're eating a whole pizza to themselves, but they'll wake up the next day at midday and then they will not eat until 8 p.m. and they'll have one meal and that's it. So it's not actually a lot of food for the day. And I know this because I used to live with one of them. So that's what happens. What you see in person and in real life is, not the whole picture. So don't compare yourself anyway. It's not helpful, especially if that person doesn't have the same goal as you. Now, the last situation where I often hear people say, oh, that person's eating more now and they're still losing weight, is the case of a reverse diet. Now, a reverse diet is where you slowly increase calorie intake up over time after a period of dieting. So that person would have been losing weight on a diet, and now they've reached their goal and decided to start eating a more normal amount of food again. Reverse dieting is a way to kind of find your new maintenance intake after that diet, because it's going to be different compared to when you started the diet. So in the process of slowly adding more food in the aim of hitting that new maintenance calorie intake number or target, they might still be losing weight, because even though they're eating more, they're still not eating what their maintenance calorie intake needs are. So for as long as they're under that, they will be losing weight, and it's only because they're still in a deficit. It's not because of the reverse diet. So now that we've looked at how you might be fooled into thinking you need to eat more food to lose weight, let's look at the only way to be able to eat more and lose weight. You need to be in a calorie deficit for weight loss to occur. That means you're going to have a limited calorie budget to spend on food every day. So instead of spending significant portions of that budget on high calorie foods, what you need to do is learn what foods have more volume to them for less calories. Usually these are really nutrient dense foods like vegetables and protein, and eat more of those and limit your portions of those really high calorie dense foods, I guess. So yeah, instead of eating lots of calorie dense foods, you're going to need to eat more nutrient dense foods and low calorie foods, and that is the only way that you can kind of feel like you get to eat more by increasing your food volume, but still lose weight by staying in a calorie deficit. I hope that made sense, and I hope it helped you. If you have any questions, send me an email. I put my email in the description box, and I will see you in the next video.